Hey all, Hipper here. So today we're taking out the Bourgogne, and this is a division game. I'm in a division with the Earthquake, and on the opposite team we have no one less than Let 'em Peak and Spartan Elite 43, and I do believe they have a DD player spotting for them called I Throw Butter, which is a weird name. So I should probably point out that we are all in a Xbox chat party together. So it's not like it's a random thing or anything, and it was counting in to get into the same game as well. My microphone wasn't working though, so made it a little bit tricky. But as you can see, we did okay. So this was about a week ago, and I think on that particular day, both Peak and Spartan had been playing for like 11-12 hours straight, or whatever it was. I just happened to run into them while they were streaming in just a random game, and yeah, just escalated from there, I guess. So, the Bourgogne, it's a good ship, absolutely. One of the best legendary battleships, I think, or maybe one of the most fun to play, really, which is more important in my book. I don't think it's as good as the Tier 8 Republic, but I've already said that a few times. Let's just leave it at that. But other than that, yeah, it's in my top 3 of battleships in the higher tiers. So unfortunately, Wargaming has taken it back. We only had it, the CCs only had it for 2 weeks, and those 2 weeks have come and gone, and the ship has gone with them. And I've actually started researching it in the bureau, which is like a good sign for this ship. It means that I enjoyed playing it, and I would actually like to have it in my collection. You know, unlike Montana, really, for example. So on this ship here, you get reload boosts, which is obviously a good thing, just like Vanguard has. And it means that you can really just pump out that damage when you really have to, or need to, or want to, provided that you save a few reload boosts. I mean, I tend to use mine fairly quickly as soon as I get the opportunity, because if you get sunk, then I just hate having reload boosts left over. It's yeah. It's a painful thing when that happens. So I'm using the Azure Lane Dunkirk commander, as I always do on my French battleships here, meaning that I can switch from HC to AP instantly, and it's just such a useful skill. Probably the best perk in the game. So if you don't have Azure Lane Dunkirk, I highly recommend her. She's been on sale or available, so to speak, for a few times. I think the last time was sometime mid this year. And, well, if you don't have her and you see her on sale again, then, you know, cough up those 5,000 doubloons if you enjoy your French battleships, because she just is, you know, night and day compared to the other commanders. So this battle here is a fairly boring battle, actually, but that's usually what happens when, you know, you're up against players who know what they're doing. This is not a standard battle. I mean, this is like probably the closest we can get to clan battles at the moment, where you have 2 divisions counting in, and then hopefully ending up on opposite teams, which in this case is what happened. Except that Girth and I are only 2 people on our team, and the others are 3, so that's unfair. But other than that, like I said, it's not the most action-packed battle, because you have to play quite cautiously here, because any mistake is going to be punished instantly by Spartan and Peak, and yeah, they are not people who miss their shots. So here we are 5 minutes into the game, and I haven't even seen them yet, and I've just been, like, I spawned mid, so I've just been taking up a mid position here. I've turned around, I've angled, and I've made myself as difficult to citadel as possible. And then I've just been hitting those battleships that went out on the flanks. And here we have Peak. He's coming out, and he needs a little bit of AP here, I think. I never seem to get many citadels in this ship here. Like, if this had been Republique, you would have had 2 or 3 citadels easily. But with Bourgogne, even with for a 12 shells going down range, I get about 1 in 10 is a citadel, and I don't really know why. Yeah, it's a good question, but like I said, compared to Republique, it's just no contest really. It's Republique is a better ship overall, even tier for tier. If you were to put Bourgogne versus Republique in, you know, their respective tiers, tier 8 versus Legendary, I still think that the Republique would win. So with all that in mind, I think you should definitely start the Bureau project on Bourgogne. Of course, if you have one available, or if you're just doing, you know, random projects like I was up until this moment. I was just doing Minotaur, and I already have Minotaur, and I was doing, I can't even remember what else. There's nothing that really interests me because it's all battleships and I don't really care. They already had enough battleships at Legendary tier. But then I tried Bourgogne and I thought, okay, this is actually a fun ship. A little bit different. So I'll use my, you know, second Bureau project that I wasn't using at the time to just, you know, try to unlock this ship here. I'm not going to boost it or anything like that. I'm not even going to do the dailies. I'm just going to add the commanders I have to, add the ships it needs for the, you know, Bureau, but that's it. And then once it's researched, and if that takes 6 months, that's fine. I'm in no rush, really. Like I said, Republique is, in my opinion, the better ship, so it's not like I'm rushing or anything like that. So Peak has come out of hiding here in his Yami, and they have all the caps except for one, and they are up 1 ship, and they are up 1 destroyer. So it's not looking too good right now, and that's why I was wondering, why are they coming out? I mean, I would just hide somewhere in the back and wait for us to have to make a move. But yeah, fine with me. And probably because I said Spartan and Peak have been playing for, you know, half a day now, and yeah, you know. So both Girth and myself were just, well, hammering Peak, because we need to get rid of him before Spartan comes around the corner. As you can see on the map, he's trying to get us from the other side. So it's imperative that we remove Peak before he's able to crossfire us, because that would be bad, because that's what they want. I mean, you know, us having to choose one of them to show broadsides to, and well, not in this game here, no. So as much as I'm looking forward to get clans in the game, which would be like fun and it would give a whole new like dimension of life to the game, I also think we should prepare for the fact that clan games are probably not going to be the most action-packed games out there. I mean, you're not going to find agile cruisers and stuff like that in clan games, because, well, they're more of a solo thing, really. Yeah, of course, some of them are going to work, like Wichita, for example, but like picking in a Targo in you know, clan battles, I don't know. There are probably better options than that. And by options, I mean American or Russian cruisers, which, you know, aren't the most riveting cruisers to watch people play. Yeah, it's just down to the fact that the best way to play them is just, you know, from, you know, pretty much just a stable spot on the map. And there's no, you know, setting up torp runs or getting close, having to use the sonar, stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, but in general, I think that we should just prepare a little bit for that whenever clans come around. I mean, who knows when that'll be. So Spartan got torped, and to my surprise, I was expecting to get burnt down here. But that worked out well, and Girth took out the Shimakaza, and that leaves just the Kappa left. And kind of a surprising win here, but like I said, also not entirely fair. Once you've had a few whiskeys and you've played the game for 12 hours, then yeah, the concentration is probably not 100%. So the Des Moines removes the last Khabarovsk, and we end up with 170 something damage here. So pretty good game. Not impressive from an XP standpoint, but yeah, not bad anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this battle here, people, and I'll see you out there.